All right, everybody worldwide, you're now tuned into Motivation and Confidence, and I'm your host, Tom Danger. This week, we're going to talk about, and this is something that's been on my mind all week, just to backtrack. Do you live in fear was last week's podcast. I think it's a question that everyone should ask themselves and really determine how they could use that fear and channel that energy into a force or power to drive you to do something greater. Which leads us to this week's podcast that is titled, Blame Yourself. Okay? If there is something in life that you have not achieved, blame yourself. I can't say it any simpler or clearer. If there is something in life that you want to achieve that you have or have not achieved, they mostly have not, blame yourself. You cannot control the actions of other people. Making excuses is not going to get you there. Talking about all the roadblocks that are in your way is not going to get you there. Talking about you not having a support system to help you get from point A to point B is not going to get you there. Depending on family and friends who are not dependent on you on a daily basis, and you still depend on those people and expect a different action from them, blame yourself. Look in the mirror and blame yourself. Start taking ownership for what you don't have. Have you really set a goal for yourself to achieve the things that you want to achieve? How many times have you started something and then you stop something because of life's circumstances? That's what we do. We allow other circumstances within life to deter us from reaching our goals. And no one else is to blame but ourselves. It doesn't matter how life changes on a day-to-day basis or what your struggle may be. If you want it, you're going to get it. You're going to make sure you get it. Think about when you have a passion or a craving for something. More of a passion, right? Or you just have this feeling of euphoria when you are around a particular person, or if you're at a particular place, or if you have a particular drug or a particular whatever that you're into. You do what you got to do to get to that euphoria. You want that feeling of feeling good. You do everything within your will and power to have it, right? Sort of like a crackhead, right? Not like I ever smoke crack. But when you look at the characteristics of a person that is addicted to something, you will do whatever is within your means to get back to that high. So why not take that same thought process and drive it toward the life that you want to live? And if you don't, blame yourself. You don't have the amount of money in life that you want to have? Blame yourself. You're not living where you want to live? Blame yourself. You're not surrounded by the people that you want to be surrounded around? Blame yourself. In this lifetime, there's no one else that can take control over you but you. You control your own destiny. No one else. It doesn't matter how hard it is. As well as don't take things for granted. You know, there may be a lot of resources around you that can help you reach your goal, but you're too blind to even see it because you always think of the obstacle instead of reaching the goal. And of course, a lot of this is directed inwardly. There are plenty of times when I expect to get support from certain loved ones, and they give me their word. I got you. They turn around and they fall through. And then I'm the one walking around upset, like, oh man, I can't believe they. So blame yourself. And that's even with something like this. It's sort of like I know to all my listeners and my viewers, I'm going to keep recording, even if I have to edit this like down to a couple minutes. Yeah, look in the mirror and blame yourself. Ask yourself, what can I do better? How can I stay in control of this situation? How can I surround myself with the people who are already there? How can I make that amount of money that I want to make? And you begin with the end in mind, meaning you already set in your mind where you want to go and you work backwards. There's nothing that can stop you. Nothing. And I think actually I'm going to leave it off right there. I want you to tell us in the comments, what is something that you've blamed someone else for that you really should have blamed yourself? Because this is all self-reflection when we do these podcasts. And if there's a subject that you like for us to talk about, or you like for me to talk about, leave it in the comments. You know? Like, subscribe, share, and as always, I thank you for tuning in. This has been Motivation and Confidence, where we help you do your daily best.